Hey guys, once again, sorry for the glasses glare. I know it's really bad. But good news is I won't have to deal with it forevermore. I found out. I went to the eye doctor. My eyes are just allergic to the silicone in contacts. So I got silicone-free contacts. Not gonna have to wear glasses forevermore. But anyways, that's not the topic of today's video. Today's video, I'm gonna talk about tattoos and first tattoos and what it's like and stuff because I actually got a tattoo. Might seem strange to you guys because, yeah, that's not my personality, whatever, but, yeah, no, it's probably because Whistling Gypsy talked me into it. She has more than one tattoo, and so, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, a rebel. Tattoos and all. So, I got my first tattoo last December. It was like a week or two into December. It was like right before I went on to winter break. And so it seems kind of strange that I haven't made a video about it yet, but that's just because I didn't make very many videos for a while. It was kind of a funny situation. There was a tattoo parlor that was going to give away free quarter-sized tattoos. Well, everybody within like a 100-mile radius showed up, so there was a bajillion people there. And we waited maybe like 5 hours, and about that time we realized we weren't gonna ever get our tattoo. We didn't come soon enough. People who were there since like 10 a.m. still hadn't gotten a tattoo, so we were like, you know what? Screw that. And my friends were like, let's drive down the road and find another parlor. And I was like, oh my god, guys, no, we are not just pulling up to a random tattoo parlor, walking in and getting a tattoo. Like, that is just so impulsive. We don't know what we're doing. It's not good. So I was totally okay with the idea when it was free and when it was just like set, like this was the idea. But as soon as we changed our idea, I was like flipping out. I was like, no, guys, no. And we got to this other tattoo parlor and we went in there and I was like, guys, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this. And they're like, oh, it's up to you. We ended up having to wait a while in the second tattoo parlor we walked into because a couple of other people had trickled down from the other place realizing they weren't going to get a tattoo. And so we sat there for so long that I actually got to warm up to the place a little bit, got to know the artist, and so I was a lot more comfortable by the time I actually got to the chair. I got my first tattoo. I don't know, it's a scary thing to walk into because you have no idea what it's going to be like, and everybody just says that it's going to be painful. So I guess I should show you guys what I got, because that would make sense, seeing as that's what this whole video is about. So yeah, I got a tiny, tiny cat on my hip, and that is that is my tattoo. It's the only tattoo I have. I don't know. It's cute. About a first tattoo experience, it really was not as bad as people had hyped it to be for me. Like, I was so scared going into it, but really it wasn't that bad, and I have anxiety, so I was flipping out because of that. But actually, the sound of the tattoo gun, the buzzing sound, kind of calmed me. So I felt a lot more nervous whenever it turned off, and when it turned on, I was a lot calmer. So, yeah, interesting fact. But anyway, so my experience with getting a tattoo, it didn't really hurt as much as it tickled, and so that's kind of strange. Like, I don't know. And maybe that's because, like, I got it in this sensitive, like, soft skin area, but yeah, it tickled. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. And my friend said it would like take no time at all. It'd feel like it was done really fast. It's tiny, it's quarter size, and yeah, it felt like it lasted half an hour. I did not feel like the time went fast. I was like, it does hurt some, so this is not, it did not make the time fly, I will tell you that much. So I give a lot of props to people who sit down and do large tattoos for like 4 hours. Like, oh my god, that's when you just take a nap when you're getting your tattoo, honestly. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. If you are thinking about getting a tattoo and you don't have any yet and you don't know what it's like, definitely don't be afraid of it. Getting a tattoo is not as big of a deal as people work it up to be. It's not too scary. I mean, honestly, I was doing just fine. You do have to remember to breathe while it's happening because you're just kind of like freaking out and you kind of sometimes freeze up. So, yeah, remember to breathe. But the worst I felt was once it was done, I didn't watch it happening. I just stared at some art on the wall because I was like, I don't even know how I would react if I saw it happening. So I didn't watch it happening. So when it was done and I stood up and I looked down, there's a little trickle of blood. And I've heard afterwards that it's not normal to bleed with tattoos, but it was a very soft skin sensitive area and it was my first tattoo. The tattoo artist maybe went a little deep. And so I saw blood, and I get very squeamish with needles and blood. I have a really bad like fear of needles. And I hate the feeling of getting like my blood drawn, like the feeling of blood being sucked out of me. So looking down and seeing blood, I almost passed out. And that was the only thing that bothered me was like I looked down and I was like, "Oh, there's blood." And I was like, "Let me just sit on the floor for a second, guys." And I had to steal a drink of water from my friend. If you go get a tattoo, definitely bring refreshments and like snacks because it's a very stressful thing, and like if you like feel like passing out, hydration is a good thing. So definitely go ahead and bring some like snacks and hydration because I didn't, and I kind of regretted it because I was like I was gonna go down. And it wasn't even that big a deal. It was like a tiny bit of blood. I'm just coming from a squeamish person, tattoos are not that bad. And I just want people who are considering getting a tattoo to not be afraid of it, because I was afraid of it and I didn't even really think I ever wanted a tattoo. But now that I have it, I definitely don't regret it. Sometimes I'm like, why did I do this? But most of the time, I'm like, yeah, and I don't think I'll ever really regret it. It's just a cute little cat. And I know some people are like, every tattoo I get has to mean something to me. Tall friend has tattoos and she's like that. Or there's like Whistling Gypsy also has that mindset. Her tattoos have meanings for her. And I didn't really I just wanted a cute little cat. I didn't really think about something that meant something to me. Tattoos are an interesting thing and it's all like personal opinion. A lot of people say tattoos are addicting. And I myself have to say that I don't find them addicting. For me, it wasn't, and it might be because I have a very hard to get addicted personality. I don't know. I don't get addicted to video games, so I have a hard time actually committing to them and finishing them because I just get bored because I'm not addicted to it. The same thing with tattoos. It was okay, but it wasn't like I have to get another one, and I was like, was it worth the pain? Yeah, probably, but still, I'm kind of like on the fence with it. I doubt I'll get another one, but if I do, it's not like I'd be against getting another one. I'd have a really hard time deciding what to get, though. I'm a very indecisive person, so I'm kind of surprised I even settled on my first tattoo. But I do know if I ever did get another one, I want it to be like simple line work, minimalist, kind of like how my tattoo I got is just like the outline and like a few little extra lines that make it cute. Like, it's not a detailed cat, it's just simple. And I kind of like things that are simple and expressive, but not too overdone, so. I don't know if I even said everything I wanted to say. Like I said in my last video, I'm getting really bad at vlogs because I don't do them enough anymore. But I think I covered it. If you're thinking about getting a tattoo, definitely go ahead and do it if you are ready to and if you have the money to and stuff. It's worth it for the most part, and I think a lot of people walk away happier with it. Oh, I was gonna say, always get your tattoo where you want it. Don't worry about where it's gonna be painful. Because one of my friends was debating on where to get her tattoo, and the tattoo artist said, well, if you get it somewhere you don't like it, it's going to be worse than the pain you're going to go through. Like, the pain you're going to go through is worth it if you get it where you want it. So if you pick a really painful spot to get a tattoo, like your rib cage, and you just set on that spot, stay set on that spot. Don't switch to somewhere like the shoulder, which is pretty painless. You know, don't wimp out. Get what you want where you want. So I did that by getting it on the hip. Kind of sensitive, but it's where I want it. It's cute. It's easy to hide so I can get jobs and stuff. So take refreshments when you go get a tattoo to keep yourself healthy and stable. And don't be afraid. It's not that scary, really. It's not. Have fun. It's kind of a weird experience. Like, you feel like you're drunk when you do it because you're like, this is crazy. Why would I do this? Like, this is permanent. Oh my god. And you kind of get that kind of rush. It's good to experience it with friends too. I went with a bunch of friends, so it was kind of fun to have that camaraderie and we're gonna go through this together feeling that really helps you if you're getting your first tattoo. I don't know. And I guess I just wanted to show off my own tattoo. Because I don't get a lot of chances to show it off, but you know, summer's coming up, swimsuit season's coming up. Not that I really am used to showing off my body, but maybe it'll be worth it for the tattoo. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this vlog was kind of bad, but I think I got my point across. If you want a tattoo, go for it. First tattoos are scary, but worth it. Don't be afraid of what you could totally do. Your body, your expression. I have so much props for people that get a lot of tattoos, though I do not think I will be one of those people. So, yeah.